afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Sunday live stream. I have my trusty rubber bridge guitar here. We're going to talk everything about this rubber bridge guitar. So not a lot of information on YouTube, not a lot of information on the rubber bridge. But today I am here to fill that void, okay? So you're probably wondering, what the heck is a rubber bridge? Again, not a lot of information on it. So I'm gonna show you this in like close up, okay? Okay, so we have this guitar. Check it out. It's got two inputs. This is literally a rubber bridge. This is literally made of rubber. So what they did, this is an old 50s Sears guitar, okay? So there's this guy here named Ruben Cox. He works out of Silver Lake. He owns this shop called Old Style Guitar Shop, and he makes these guitars, right? And the cool thing about these guitars is they're not like old school Martin or Gibsons where they're worth a ton of money. So Ruben Cox, the designer of these guitars, was able to have a little fun and, experiment to dial in the sound. So a couple things that are noteworthy is like, one, there is literally a rubber bridge, which makes the sound kind of sound like you're palm muting everything. The second thing is all the strings have flat wounds on it, which is really, really cool and vibey. So like you'll hear songs by like Olivia Rodrigo, or you'll hear songs by Taylor Swift, using this style, Madison Cunningham using this style of guitar, this is a recording king. And another thing noteworthy is there's two inputs. So right now, this input is it's controlled by this pickup right here. And this pickup is like a lo-fi junk pickup. It sounds quote unquote bad, but I love the way it sounds. And then the other one is like a piezo pickup, which is just right here. And it's like a lot louder and kind of similar to any other type of acoustic piezo pickup that you'd have. So I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna play some open chords, some bar chords, just so you can get a vibe of what the rubber bridge guitar can do and how it can service you. A lot of people, I've done some videos on the rubber bridge. A lot of people say, oh, it's similar to a like just palm muting, and I think that's it. It's close, right? But there's something else that the rubber bridge does that's like a little more. It gives you a little more oomph, and just a really pretty, gorgeous sound. So I'm just gonna play a little for you, and say hi in the chat. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Los Angeles, so I hope you're having a great one. And I'm gonna just take it away. So here's some bar chords with it. Just some nice little chill bar chords. Playing with my fingers too. Okay, so that's one sound of rubber bridge, right? Like I'm barring, using bar chords. I'm gonna throw on some effects, just so you can hear the sounds of how, like, you can affect it like an electric guitar, right? So here's a little bit of chorus. Let's hear how this sounds. So let's hear. I'm gonna try to grab a guitar pick. You know what's funny is like every time you need a guitar pick, they're not. I usually carry like a million of them in my pocket, but every time I need one, they're not around. So I know I have one around here. Let me grab one. Found one. There's always one on the floor, right? So here's how a rubber bridge would sound with a guitar pick. You know. So let's play something. We got some ambient cops in the background. I just love the way this guitar sounds and plays. So a couple other things. There's a lot of people that took Ruben's idea to add a rubber bridge and they like did their own thing with it. For me, I really like the way this guitar feels, even though it's really old. I like the way it feels, and I went. So he has a shop in Silver Lake, right? Silver Lake, California, and I walked in. I know I've told this story, but I walked in and I wasn't expecting to buy a guitar, but I just started playing this thing, and it really sits nice on the fingers. I wasn't expecting an old guitar to play nice, I guess, because it's just you expect an old guitar to have like frets, and their strings be like this far away from each other, and it just sounds terrible. But this guitar works. This really works. And yeah, it just has such a cool, unique sound. And something I'm not going to do today, but something that is possible is you can do like a left and right signal, and this is really common in like pan one hard left, pan one hard right. So you get this really cool stereo image on the guitar. It's like normally you'd have to just record the guitars twice, but that's a really cool sound for this guitar. I'm gonna play a little more for you, a little more with the pick, just to show you it's like how it responds. I think some of the low notes are really bassy. That's one thing I noticed is just like when I'm playing a chord like this. When I'm playing chords like that, it's like the low note I can feel is like really resonant. It's my only qualm, I'd say, with the guitar. Nobody's paying me to do this. I find that really open and airy sounds and like chords translate well. It's almost like I feel like each note is a really short, succinct staccato sound. Here I'm gonna play the guitar with a couple effects. Throw on some phaser just so you can hear what things sound like with guitar effects. super, super cool sound. So I've used this. I just released a song with a guy, Claudio Perone Jr., and I'm using this song. It's called Meant for Me. So check it out. I produced the song. And if you want to hear it in context, I can, like, that's a really, really good example of how I use it as a production tool. If you just want to pick one of these up, you can order them online. You should be able to order them on Reverb. The guy Ruben Cox doesn't really have a website up and running. You just have to be here, or you can get some of his off-brand stuff that people sell. Like there's like a Nashville company that does something similar. A lot of people actually, I think Orangewood just released a rubber bridge guitar. So a lot of Fender, I think, just released a parlor guitar, which is essentially a rubber bridge guitar. So a lot of people are kind of jumping on this bandwagon. I certainly have. I mean, I've had this guitar for a couple of years, but it's still just such a cool sound. And yeah, I want to come on and just share all these sounds with you. They're such a cool sound, right? Such a cool little sound. I don't know, here, that's with a pick, right? And then I'm gonna play with my fingers just so you can hear juxtaposition, or like the difference. You know, you can hear. And the cool thing about it too is like you get different sounds playing here than like back here, right? That's kind of like a tinny, plucky sound. This is a warmer sound, right? You can really change the way the guitar sounds based on how, like where you're picking as well. So something to keep in mind. So fun. I don't think there's ever been a jazz guitar player to ever do something on the guitar. And you kind of run out of space over here. Sometimes I want a little more front work. Sometimes I want. My impersonation of a jazz guitarist. Just kidding. Yeah, so I can, I'm going to show you a couple more close-ups if you're just joining. I'm going to mute my guitar real quick so I can give you a really, really nice close-up. If you're watching, give this video a thumbs up. So this is like the double input, right? This is a stereo input. And what I would do is pan one hard left, pan one hard right, so you have a stereo image. This is the rubber bridge, literally a rubber bridge. This is a junk pickup. And then there's a pickup in here as well. And you can mic this however you choose, right? I love miking it. I love like just having this pickup working for me. You can go just this pickup. You can combine them. You can also put a microphone on it as well. There's like there's so many unique ways to get a beautiful sound. So there, if you, I don't know if you guys are hip to Bon Iver, but he was playing a lot of these old cheap Sears catalogs. So in the 50s there was this folk movement, like a lot of folk music was happening, and Sears was the number one retailer for guitars, and they'd just be pumping them out. But the thing is, the Sears guitars, they never held their value like Martin or Gibson. So, you could get an old Sears guitar today for a couple $100, if that, and that's how these guitars came to be, because they're cheap but old, and they play outstanding. And that's kind of a testament to how Ruben, the guy that invented these, Ruben Cox, how he set them up, and I just like how they play. It's just a wonderful sound. Let's see. I got a couple other sounds in here. Stomp on a couple other pedals just so you can hear how the guitar sounds affected. Super, super fun experiment. This is something faster. At this speed, I feel like it almost sounds Hawaiian. Add some changes. Sometimes all these bluesy licks don't necessarily work on this guitar, but yeah. If you're here in the chat, say what's up. Tell me your name, where you're from, and give this video a thumbs up. now we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna get some weird sounds out of this guitar. Let me hook up my headphones real quick. So I want to hear, I think we got a couple people in here. I want to hear where you're from. Yeah, and say your name. Say your name in the chat. I want to get to know you. This is all for you. So I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. It's a beautiful day here. I just took a nice little walk in the park. So nice out. Probably like 70 degrees. Maybe even warmer. Maybe even warmer. It might be 75 here in LA, which is, don't mean to taunt anybody that's living in cold weather. Now, the reason I'm putting on these headphones is I want to hear some crazy sounds, and I got to hear them with you. So here is how things would sound with some octave pedals, okay? So this is like an octave up and a little bit of octave down, too. Let me stomp on this pedal. It's going to sound kind of crazy. Isn't that crazy? You can hear that low octave working. Right? Kind of an insane sound, right? You can get some crazy sounds out of this guitar. Or, you know, so you get some chords, you know, polyphonic stuff doesn't always work the best, so you got to kind of experiment. What if we put some chorus on it? How would that sound? What about some echo? Let's tap some echo on there. Or like delay, I guess, is the appropriate word, right? You can hear it. Crazy sounds. All right, let's turn off that octave pedal and let's experiment with some other pedals here. Actually, we can get a crazy vibrato going. Check this out. Sounds like I Am the Walrus Beatles stuff. It's just kind of like you want a lot of like somber sounds. All right, let's get weird. Okay, so that's definitely weird. What if we put some overdrive on it? It's probably gonna sound terrible, but I like experimenting. I'm gonna just show you how this sounds with a little overdrive. That's how it sounds. It's not actually too bad. bad, not bad. That sounds pretty good. Cool. Well, I hope this has been a useful session today for you. I'm just going through and showing you all the possibilities with this rubber bridge guitar. Again, like I said at the beginning, not a lot of information on this guitar is available on the internet. I'm assuming that it's going to change every day, every week. Somebody uploads a new video on the rubber bridge. So try to go check one out at your store. I think Fender just launched a parlor guitar that's essentially a rubber bridge guitar, so you can go check one out. I'm sure this one cost me about $700 after tax, but you should be able to get them a little cheaper. Don't pay more than that. I wouldn't pay more than $7. I'm looking actually to get a really nice baritone. That would be super rad. That would be really nice. Thank you so much for tuning into Soulful Guitar Lessons. It was something a little different today. I like to keep you guessing, keep you on your toes. I don't like how that sounds. Let's see how this sounds. No, I don't like how that sounds either. That's a cool sound. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a lot of fun here. I hope you're having a good Sunday, or if you're watching this at a later date, you're having a good day, whatever it is. And thank you for being a part of this community. A little public services announcement. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And I also have a free masterclass in the description if you're at all interested about what I do and how you can do it as well, how you can play more soulfully. It's completely free. Just check it out in the description box. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign out for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful. This is a rubber bridge guitar made by Ruben Cox at Old Style Guitar Shop in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, California. It contains literally a rubber bridge and then a piezo pickup right here, a junk pickup right here, 2 outputs, stereo outputs, and flat wound strings. This guitar is most likely it's a recording king, and it's most likely from the 50s. You can get these guitars. I'm not endorsed by it at all by anyone. I'm just letting you know, if you dig this sound, you can get these guitars. I would check out reverb.com, or there's an app, Reverb. It's like eBay for instruments. So check that out. I went to the shop, but that's just because I live like a mile away. So, but yeah, check out these guitars. I really, really can't say enough good things about them. I also just produced a song. It's out, called Meant for Me. Oh, we have some lag here. It's called Meant for Me by Claudio Perone Jr. So check that out. I think we're running into some technical issues, so I'm going to sign off for the day. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. I will see you all very soon.